This is a direct message to people from Southwest. They have been calling us Northerners all sort of falling names, that we are parasites, that we are useless, that they are going to teach us a lesson 2027. Maybe they have baby mentality. They don't know the North. They don't know our history. One state in northern Nigeria is equivalent to the whole of Southwest. My lecturer once told me something. He said, never ever in your life trust a Yoruba land. He said, if a Yoruba man shake your hand, he mean maybe or no. While in your heart, he mean yes. While in his heart, he mean no. He said, if a Yoruba man nod his head, he mean no. They are hypocrite in nature. He said, never ever trust a Yoruba man. I already know the nature of Yoruba. They are hypocrites. They behave like chameleons. Let me assure you people from Southwest that we are going to teach you a lesson. We are going to teach this Yoruba, this direct message to Yoruba land. No any Yoruba man will ever click to power again. What they say and what they mean are two different things. Never ever trust them. They are hypocrite people in nature. Tinubu is OTP.
Senator Asiwaju Ahmad Bola Tinubu, if you are giving money to northern governors, I want to advise you to please keep your money and stop giving it to them, because they are not succeeding in convincing northerners that you are competent and you have any plan for the north. Of course, you don't have any plan for the north. You went to Kano, you told Kano people that you went there to dance. The whole of Kano, the most densely populated state in the whole of Africa, you are telling them you just go there to dance. You don't have any plan for them. So we are not comfortable with you. You went to Bauchi, you only danced. You couldn't speak up your mind. You couldn't express yourself. You couldn't point out your plans for them. You couldn't even bring any policy, plan, blueprint. You don't have anything for us. We are not going to vote for you. So these governors are not succeeding in convincing northerners to vote for you. Even though you have picked up a Muslim as your running mate, even if you are to pick our most respected Muslim personality, somebody of, permit me to say, His Royal Highness our Father, Sultan Abubakar of Sokoto, even if you are to pick him, I know he's not going to accept being your running mate, he's too big for that. Even if you pick somebody of that caliber, we are still not going to vote for you. Because we don't believe in APC. APC have destroyed northern economy, APC have destroyed northern security, APC have put this country in a big mess. We are not just comfortable with APC and anything that has to do with APC.
For attacking Nigeria, it's not only attacking the north, it's attacking the entire Nigeria. Maybe that is another way of saying that maybe Tinubu dreamt in the spirit of Gideon Oka, who wanted to excise the entire north out of Nigeria. Let him decimate the entire north. And let's see what he's going to get out. If he's not careful, he will lose more than ECOWAS. If he loses more than ECOWAS, he will lose Nigeria.
Political parties are being targeted for destruction. And the style and quality of governance in this country today is a national emergency. It should concern everyone. And I think this is a problem for all of us to think about and play a role in changing it. Because as His Excellency said, we stand the risk of losing democracy itself. In the last election, only 26% of registered voters bothered to come out to vote. I'm in a possession of a recent opinion poll that showed that 75% of registered voters in Nigeria do not intend to vote in the next election. That is very dangerous for us. And I think every voice must rise and come out and fight for this democracy. For those of us that are in our 60s, we lived half of our lives under military rule. We know what it is, and we don't want military rule. But we also don't want civilians behaving like the military in their barbaric guns.
I'm waiting for PDP to zone presidency to South. How does that one sound to you? Wike that is enjoying, is putting with President Bola Tinubu in Abuja. So if PDP some presidency, I mean their presidential candidate to South, does it mean it's going to jettison the romance he has with President Bola Tinubu and support PDP? How do you see that one?
A lot of analysts has been working on that statement and to be able to feast on it and be able to define actually the direction where Wike is coming from. It is a very big, unbalanced statement, that should threaten Bola Tinubu too, and also threaten, of course, the South, because there's no how you look at it very well. He's still trying to insist whether he's going to struggle and still control the PDP national structure the way it is. But unfortunately, the thing has continually, slipped out of his hand. Bola Tinubu needs to be very careful now and know clearly what Wike actually means. Is PDP zoning to the south. Even if PDP zoning to the south, it's not Wike's making, because you don't know the kind of coalition that's going to come at the end of the day. But one interesting thing is that the APC Northwest leaders, political leaders, Northwest, has already endorsed Bola Tinubu 2027. And those are the things that is expected. But there's a lot of questions. Wike has made in the past where he said, without me, there's no Bola Tinubu. Without Bola Tinubu, there's no Wike. As in they are party now. They are running the government, and nobody, whatever decision they take is final. But there was a clash of interest recently in Rivers State, and complete some elements of pro-Wike in Rivers State actually clashed that also triggered the intervention or the presence of we saw militants from different creeds, storming that event. Unfortunately, they were not able to get to a resolution whether they are going to actually make peace with Fubara or whether they are going to make peace, with Wike at the end of the day. But I think to an extent, maybe the visit or the reconciliation motion set by Bola Tinubu to bring Wike and Fubara together, whether it's actually going to work. Both of them are actually missing it. Everybody has to stand on his own. It is unpredictable for anybody to tell you that if this thing continues, it might trigger uprising in the Niger Delta. It might result to Niger Delta, especially the Igbo, the people, taking up arms against the system. Tombolo has been silent for some time, and of course, we saw Asarido Kubo, people are asking questions, where are you now, and all that, but Fubara, to an extent, have maintained some level of calm, to an extent that he said with the conditions they are giving him, it's like he's losing interest to come back to continue his leadership as the governor of Rivers State. He must take courage. Fubara must understand that this is fight. And Wike is saying that he is not fighting Fubara. Wike is telling a lot of lies. It is Fubara he's fighting. Who are you fighting apart from the governor? To the extent you want the governor to be picked, and you come out lately to say that you are not fighting Fubara. That is a political deceitful statement. Deceitful statement coming from Wike, and the Igbo nation, need to be careful about Wike at this point in time, and Fubara too need to be careful to be sure of the kind of peace negotiation meeting they are going into. Let it be something that will not remove him as governor, because anytime Fubara is automatically and it will confirm that he has been removed as governor, then Nigeria will wait for the next line of action.
Let me combine these two questions together. First of all, some Wike is playing the game of somebody that wants to eat his cake and still have it. What do you see at the end of tunnel for some Wike? For try to play the game of double standard, try to satisfy President Bola Tinubu and still not want to, relieve his influence in PDP, number one. Number two, let's go to Fubara as well. Do you see Fubara as a general that's worthy to follow to the battle because of his imbalance? I mean, inconsistency in his word. Like I've lost interest in going back, return back to that house. How does that one stand to people that have been supporting him for long? Look at these two, I mean, different people. And don't you think that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, we bent on that, the imbalance to eat both of them, both Wike and Fubara, politically.
Bola Ahmed Tinubu has already calculated what is likely going to happen, and he doesn't want to lose from both sides, and he quickly, declared state of emergency. At least some percentage of structure will be controlled on his behalf by the administrator there. Yes, that's what I mean, because from the way it is going, if this Wike and Fubara fail at the same time, I think you still have Iba to hold on to his structure in River State ahead of 2027. I think that's the announcement game he played. But Wike saying that the presidency should be, he's waiting for the presidency to zone to south by the PDP. Then a repeat of what transpired in 2023 is what is breeding. He might have an underground plan in towards the dying minute. He might decide to leave APC and start criticizing Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Yes,
to acquire presidential candidate of PDP.
Yes, you understand, because they couldn't stop Wike from attending the National Working Committee meeting, even though a lot of people attacked Bala Mohammed, the governor of Bauchi State.
Why did you allow Wike
over the president of Wike in that meeting? But it tells you that the man is just looking for a way to finally wreck PDP at the end of the day. And you can see the statement coming from Atiku Abubakar. Now some elements of APC, PDP, and Labour Party are on their coalition, even though that APC has come and countered what Atiku have said. But we have had it before. I thought APC will respond. The funniest thing is that everything that is being centered about opposition now, people are pointing at Wike, people are pointing at Atiku, and at the end of the day, they zero it down. I mean, the ruling party on Peter Obi recently, in just less than a week, Ababio, media executives attacked the president. The presidency themselves has been attacking Obi consistently. There might be something wrong. There might be something they are saying that other Nigerians are saying. Because if a whole senior president can sit down in a particular place and call out Obi for not doing anything, it means Obi has become a major opposition force, or possibly a threat to the ruling party. And that is what Atiku is saying. A lot of people are saying, please, Mr. Atiku, can you be at the background and forget whatever ambition you are having in terms of clinching the ticket? But where they are going to beat Wike silly at the end of the day is that if there's going to be a successful coalition, of course, even if they zone the whole thing to the south, Wike will definitely somersault.
Of course, we'll be definitely out of it. Nobody will want to, jettison Atiku Abubakar are now queued behind some Wike. I don't think any right-thinking politician would do something like that. And how we will trust Wike that he will not eventually go and even sell the whole foot to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So our people, 2027, the game has started, and we will not stop from bringing you some interesting, a topic about 2027 on this our platform. Please don't forget to like this video, comment, share, subscribe, and press the notification button. Remain blessed. Thank you very much.